Hey everybody, it's Asic Eric and Pops again, and we got the car back on the ground as you can see. So Tom, we used the pins to line it up. Hopefully it's in the right place. Those pins are just a little bit too long, so we got to raise the car up higher than we would normally want to raise it up to get those pins in from the bottom, but they did finally go in. So hopefully it's in the right place. The transmission isn't exactly, yeah, maybe it's in the same place it was before. But I think, as I said in one of the comments in the last video, I'm probably just going to make this a square opening here. It's too tight in there, so I mean, I followed the instructions of what that came with that box, but I think it'd be better just to put a square opening there than I could just put a normal shifter boot over it. Anyway, so that's it. So we're gonna get commencing on putting the body back together here. But we're gonna start over here on this passenger side door. So I thought we had this thing lined up pretty well last time we did the door gaps and everything. The top of the door is sticking out a little bit right there, as you can see. And I think it's sticking in a little bit at the bottom here. So I think we're going to start by seeing if we can twist the door that way a little bit to get that back. You know, since we did all that work back there, we replaced the hinges, so things may not move exactly the way they did before, so this could be interesting, but we'll give it a try here. All right, we are as done as we're going to get on this. Every time we work on door gaps, we learn something new and probably forget 3 things we did from last time. But after moving everything around, getting this thing reasonably happy down here, then we had messed up the gaps down here. So I think after having gone through all of that, the logical way to do this is get that bottom edge lined up first and then take it from there. So we got that in the right place, and then this guy was sticking out too far. This guy was, you know, whatever, and then we started trying to tweak it on that end and trying to leave that bottom hinge alone there, and just moving this top one, and then we got it, I think, pretty good. We got the striker in. Everything's pretty good. It's still sticking out a hair right here. You can see that. It's not much, so we'll probably just tap that down a little bit right there, but the rest of the gaps look real nice here. It's flush down here at the bottom. Rocker looks good. So we're going to call that done. Anthony had suggested putting the glass in the door to do this measurement. And I did actually have the passenger door glass. So what I did, I just laid it on top of the door, just had Pops hold it up there to check it. And it moved the door down that much, very little. So the door was up a smidge anyway from when we did the alignment, and so that brought it right down to where it was supposed to be. So without the I mean, the striker's in right now, so you can't tell, but that would be a little bit higher without the glass in there. So I think we're good. I didn't want to bother trying to put the glass in, and I don't have the driver's side glass, so same thing, we'll just rest it on there to get the weight in the right place. So anyway, I think that worked. So go check the driver's side door, but I think it's okay. I don't remember anything bothering me about this side. Take a look-see over here. That's good. And this one's still rockers. A little biffed over there, so I might want to do the same trick over here, I guess. So anyway, back to work. All right, so we started slapping the car back together. We got this side done okay. This side's giving us all kinds of crap here, and the door is just too far in here. So all the adjustments we did made it beautiful back there, but it's just too far in. You know, the rocker looks good where it is, but we're just gonna have to pull this out more and just deal with it, because that's clearly not gonna work right there. All right, we got it mostly slapped back together. So on this guy, we ended up having to raise the door about 1/8 of an inch and then readjust it again to get it in the right place. Our gaps are still looking pretty nice back here. Everything looks good. It's a big gap on the bottom of the door now, but that's going to just have to live with it. You can see our lines are pretty good. Not exactly right, but pretty close. And we got the hood on. This hood's never really fit perfectly, but it's probably as good as it's ever been. The only real issue is the the big gap at the front here. We may just have to build this up with fiberglass because it's never really been right. A little wide on this side, but we've always had this hood. It's got a bow. It's weird. Either the fender's the hood, well, we never know, but when the hood goes this way on this side and this way on this side, so it's too narrow of a gap there, too wide of a gap there. But it's always been that way. So such is life. But take a look at it. Looks pretty nice. The stance is looking pretty good. Wrong wheels on there, so you know, see how it looks when we put the right wheels on it, but pretty good. So next week we'll put the valance on, and then I think we're going to take it outside and wash it. Ooh. I was telling Pops, I've never been excited about washing a car before, but I've never washed this car the whole time I've had it. So that'll be kind of neat. There's no bare metal left on it anywhere, so yeah, last thing there, you see the transmission where it sits. Looking good. I'll show you my favorite shot. Yeah, that never gets old. As Pops was pointing out how funky it is. This view looks pretty nice right here. You know, you pan back, you see all that rust, like, ugh. But the LS3 sure looks pretty sitting in there. No complaints about that. Really enjoying the way that looks in there, so that's tasty. All right, that's going to do it for today. So we'll pick it up next weekend and put the rest of the nose on the car. And then we're ready to start doing body work. I asked in the last video if anybody has any thoughts on order of operations and things here. I think the plan here is just to go around, you know, these places we did metal work before and just fine tune all this stuff. I can see this is still a little iffy right there. Any metal work that needs to be done, I don't think there's any really. It all looks pretty good. And then start stripping stuff down, getting it in epoxy, and you know, then we'll start doing filler and high build, all that stuff. Just work our way around, but it's all looking pretty nice here. So if anybody has any thoughts on what you would do, let me know. It's much appreciated. Anyway, we will talk to you guys later. See ya.